you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Now that must have been a silly little anthem when we were kids and the sight of desserts. But that's exactly what I'm doing today because I'm on a dessert day out on Feeding Frenzy. Now the best part about desserts is it enjoyed in best company. And joining me for company today is a multifaceted, entertaining and absolutely driven lady, and she goes by the name of Jayashree Jayakrishnan. Jayashree and myself have come to the Cream Centre branch at R.A. Puram. This branch is larger than the Nungambakkam branch and is characterized by fine wooden decor with a bright natural setting to sit down and enjoy a complete meal, with company of course. So yeah, you were telling me about the Nungambakkam branch, right? The Cream Centre there. So how is that branch as compared to the R.A. Puram one?
R.A. Puram is quite spacious compared to Nungambakkam, and you have a good garden-like thing over here. It looks quite lively to sit here.
Yeah.
Another thing is when you walk in first time in Cream Centre, initially they'll give you a pencil. You'll be wondering for what you've been given that. Later on you'll be starting to see all these things and you'll be keep on playing on with it. After your order comes to your table also, you'll just tend to forget that your order has come. You'll be so involved in playing this.
Yeah, it's quite nifty actually because it's there right here as well.
Yeah,
no?
right.
So what's your favorite game like on this thing? Is
No,
it the
they
crossword?
tend to change every time. So you can't say this is the same thing what I seen earlier. So every time you step into Cream Centre, there's something new for you on the table.
You were telling me that in Bangalore you were a fitness expert at Talwakars. Why don't you tell me a little bit about that time?
See, initially I was there for hardly 6 to 8 months, but I was expert of planning the fitness schedule for specifically for ladies. Slowly I just came back to Chennai. During that time of in my IT professional only, I picked up that more ladies want to be fit even during the pregnancy time, and post-pregnancy they face lots of depressions and postpartum problems. That time only I thought, why can't I take it as a profession of a childbirth educator?
Okay, great. So I think it's time we order from our menu card. Now Jayashree and me have decided that we're going to start off our dessert rendezvous with a sizzling Belgian waffle fruit salad fundae and a sizzling apple crumble butterscotch sauce fundae. That's a really long name, so I'm guessing the dessert is going to be quite a large portion. Do you have an appetite for it?
Yeah, sure. You know what's a fundae is?
Now the funda behind the fundae is that Cream Centre got tired of using the sundae. Now sundae was a word that was coined in America in all the dessert parlors there. So they would refer to these big bowls of ice cream and fruits and things as a sundae. So Cream Centre, the smart guys, decided to come out with the word fundae. And they've actually coined the word and it's got a patent. So you cannot use fundae anywhere else except here in Cream Centre. The month-long festival hosts a hand-picked selection of desserts priced roughly at 200 rupees. Though pricey, the portions are substantial.
It's a honey sauce. Let me taste. Good. You have that banana touch when it gets into your tongue. And you have to be a bit careful while eating. Make sure you have that ice cream or else you can't taste the real thing what you're having it.
This is really sizzling and I'm sure it's going to be really hot. But the smell is so caramelly because it's butterscotch. You know, so the sugar is kind of melted in. And something about apples and caramel sauce is just delectable. Can't wait to devour it. I'm going to go easy like you said.
Take ice cream.
Okay, now Jayashree has warned me to make sure that every time I take a scoop, to make sure I take a scoop of ice cream as well. So. To be honest, I'm not a very big fan of butterscotch. But it's really nice because you've used pineapples, chopped apple, a little bit like an apple pie. Jayashree is a die-hard Andhraite who loves her Andhra masalas, and she was excited today to try the sweet delights. So pleasing this spice girl was going to be a challenge, a sweet one nonetheless.
I took a profession as a childbirth educator, and now currently I'm a lactation counselor. I'm a trainee lactation counselor, and also a pre and postnatal exercise specialist. I'm India's representative for the International Childbirth Educator Association.
the sizzling start, it was on to Cream Center's signature dessert and Jayashree's pick too, the sizzling brownie. The hot plate served as the base for a soft square section of brownie, topped off with a cool white scoop of vanilla ice cream, a generous sprinkling of cashews, and finally the molten chocolate. As the molten lava flowed over the arctic cold dollop of ice cream, the plate came alive and sizzled tantalizingly. I, on the other hand, had selected the Indian Funday, and boy, this was interesting. Rich, creamy, cold and hot. It was all there on my hot plate. First up, some cashews lined the plate, after which a sandwich-like Shahi Tukra coated with rabdi sauce was placed alluringly at the center of the plate. Then came 2 halves of a lip-smacking kulfi, 2 more halves of a gulab jamun, a sprinkling of baby jamuns and more rabdi. I did mention this was a sweet suicide, right?
Looks like quite an Indian feast, no?
To be honest, it's not as sweet as I was expecting it to be because the bread is neutral. It's not got any taste to it. And it's the flavor from this beautiful yellow sauce, which is a mixture of, milk, sugar. And they've also added a little bit, I think, of pistachios, ground pistachios. So it's just like this burst of flavor inside your mouth. You should taste it. You should taste it.
So you watch Feeding Frenzy a lot, you were telling me, huh?
Yeah, a lot. I've been actually after coming to Bangalore, I've been to most of the restaurants in Bangalore. But over here in Chennai I was not known which is the best restaurant. After eating there, I may find it out. Fine, this is not a place, or this is a place I need to come. But I used to see your program, which gives me which is the right place I need to get in. Okay, fine, this is a sweet, it's not my area. I have to see for an area which is spicy. That helped me a lot. Brownie is eggless brownie.
That goes well because you're you said you were vegetarian, but then you love seafood.
Not exclusively vegetarian. Not a favorite of red meat.
I think there's a relief for people who love desserts, but then, they're vegetarian. They say, no, we can't eat because it's made with egg. I think this is one of those great options for them too, right? Isn't it interesting actually, Jayashree, that all the desserts that we've had are all sizzlers?
Yes, everything's a sizzlers. Actually, what's the reason of it?
I think we should ask the owner about that.
It's basically what we are choosing in the menu is like sizzling sweet memories. And the sizzling sweet memories, when we go for a dessert, it should be in the sizzlings. So we choose sizzlings only for the dessert. And it's basically a pure vegetarian. The restaurant is basically pure vegetarian, so we tried and tasted everything of pure vegetarian. Not even an egg is used on that.
The 50-year-old restaurant, originally from Mumbai, has a fine selection from starters like golden fried crispy cheese balls, larger than life onion rings, to some lip-smacking and utterly filling chana bhatura, the well-preserved recipe of dum biryani, and much, much more. A meal for 2 can cost you anywhere between 600 and 800 rupees. Well, the center of attention here today has definitely been the ice creams and the whole indulgence of the sweet tooth. Now, I've had a great time thanks to my guest, Jayashree. And Jayashree, do you finally think you're going to be a self-confessed sweet tooth person now? Because you are so into Andhra food and the spicy food, yeah.
Of course, even though I've been only with brownies, I haven't tried with anything else truly. But after starting with my waffles, it really started with me, why can't I go with other things also? So it's a good start for me to taste even my desserts.
Well, I have managed to convert somebody from a very spicy person into a sweet tooth person.
Thank you.
My pleasure.